What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a very happy Halloween and happy Bitcoin White Paper Day. 15 years ago today, the Bitcoin White Paper was conceived by Satoshi Nakamoto on Halloween Day, October 31st, and it is a very special day. We'll be going over some fun facts about the white paper in Bitcoin you probably didn't know, along with a flashback from when Jeff Bezos was on The Tonight Show explaining why Amazon was losing billions of dollars, but defending it as one of the titans of the future, and Bill Gates explaining the internet in 1995 all the way to today with Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, calling Bitcoin a flight to safety, and also some really interesting news about how certain countries are wanting to accept Bitcoin as legal tender, just like El Salvador. And also Warren Buffett, the OG investor himself that once called Bitcoin rat poison, is doubling down on his crypto stock bets. Let's go. I'm your host, Megan Nilsson, aka Crypto Megan, and let's dive right into it. So today is a very nostalgic day, and we're going to play some nostalgic clips for you to a flashback in a time capsule to when the internet was conceived, when the internet was a thing, and we'll start with a clip from when it was first starting to catch on in the world.
Computer. If you're one of them, you can now glimpse the future with nothing more than a modem, a phone line, and a few dollars a month.
So do you guys remember that? You remember when the computer would like dial up and it would make this sound, and it took so long, but it's like this magical teleportation device. It feels like it was yesterday. It was decades ago. And this is Jeff Bezos explaining to Jay Leno just why Amazon was going to be successful in the future while it was losing millions of dollars.
Here's the thing I don't understand. The company is worth billions.
Yes.
And every time I pick up the paper, each year it loses more money than it lost the year before. The company's never made a profit.
That's right.
So here he is, the titan himself, Jeff Bezos, explaining his vision for the future. The one common thread we have today is visionaries. Today is an important day because it is a visionary day made from somebody who could see the future, who was playing chess, who understood what this world needed before the world knew itself. And so it's fun to look back at these clips because quite possibly we're going to be looking back at today as one of those moments. Not quite possibly, inevitably. Next, we've got Bill Gates explaining the internet. This is a good one.
Do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there. The latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
And what about...
It is the big new thing. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail, guys. I mean, and this is almost the last clip I'm going to show you on the internet. This is Andreas.
What does neutrality mean?
Speaking to an empty room
in
on Bitcoin.
Means being able to adopt Bitcoin in any culture, any language, any religion, any geography, but also any political or economic system.
So here he is, this guy, Andreas, explaining Bitcoin to an empty room when the price was $100 in 2013. There was like two people in the room and one of the guys got up and walked away. This is how every major revolution starts, guys. And we're still at the beginning. So now, flash forward to today. The last clip I'll play is actually from one of my shorts when BlackRock decided to step in and call it a flight to quality. This will go down in history, this moment.
We are hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto. The rally today is about a flight to quality.
So not too long ago, in 2017, BlackRock saw Bitcoin as simply an index for money laundering. Then in 2018, they came out and said that absolutely none of their clients were looking to invest in Bitcoin. Since then, BlackRock has drastically changed its tone. That's right. So we've come a long, long way from where we started. That's for sure. So let's dive into the Bitcoin white paper just a little bit more and see what's going on in the community today. I just like this. It says, today is the 15th anniversary of the Bitcoin white paper. Here's my short video tribute to the cypherpunks, Satoshi, and Bitcoin. I just want to play a few seconds for you guys. You know, like just listening to this, it amps me up. It gives me the chills. I don't know if there's any other Bitcoin nerds or crypto nerds, but when I came into crypto, it literally fulfilled like something empty that I had inside, this need to make a difference and to be a part of something bigger. And this is just such an incredible, momentous revolution that we're all a part of. And I'm just so happy to be on this journey with all of you. Okay, enough of the reminiscing. Let's move right along to the Bitcoin white paper. The Bitcoin white paper is spotted on the streets of Scotland. So it is infiltrating the masses. It's here in the streets on a billboard. I mean, these are big fun wins for the community. Fun fact, the city of Miami hosts a Bitcoin white paper on its official website. And then you've got DeSantis, who's in the running for candidates for president. I mean, I think I was watching a clip the other day. It was like, never in history have we had so many presidents that are pro Bitcoin or pro crypto that are running. I mean, times are changing. Times are changing. So here's something I thought was fun. 15 facts about the Bitcoin white paper on its 15th birthday. So cute. Number one, the white paper is only 9 pages long. 9 pages. The white paper is shorter than the Magna Carta and the Constitution, but longer than the Bill of Rights. When it comes to history, it's the message that matters. So this is our new referendum, the new thing we live by. The white paper was published exactly 490 years after Martin Luther's 95 Theses. Both documents would spark social reform, and Martin Luther's work leading to the separation of church and state, Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin paper separating money and state. That's big. That is big. Number 3, the white paper was widely critiqued when released. Objections included use too much electricity, which is it's just a narrative. It's a narrative. You know why? Because Bitcoin uses less electricity than the banks. Just like, that's a hard pill to swallow, right? Less than the banks. So people get wrapped up in narratives that aren't necessarily true, and there are different ways of fixing them. For example, there's this insanely cool spa I believe it was New York, and they're basically heating up the spas with their Bitcoin mining machines. So how about that? Would struggle to scale to a sufficient size, was too inflationary. LOL. We all know that Bitcoin is deflationary money and the only scarce digital asset in the world that's hard capped at 21 million, and some would argue less. In fact, Chico Crypto the other day dug into a paper that said that actually there are only 14 million left to be circulated because the rest have been lost forever. So then we go on. The word Bitcoin only appears twice in the paper. It's widely believed Satoshi named Bitcoin fairly late in the process, and there is evidence he may have even wanted to call it electronic cash or netcoin. I'm so glad he called it Bitcoin. I just love that name. I just love it. Number 5, Satoshi wrote code before he wrote the paper. In his early emails, Satoshi mentioned he'd be working on Bitcoin's code for 2 years when the paper was released. I actually did this kind of backwards. I had to write all the code before I could convince myself. Number 6, the white paper doesn't include the word blockchain or cryptocurrency. Though popular buzzwords today, ones that have been abused to fund a variety of failed attempts to exploit his work, the term blockchain and cryptocurrency were never used in the Bitcoin white paper at all. Number 7, the most common word in the paper is block. Blocks are a bedrock of the network, so it's no surprise Satoshi uses the term often in the paper. Other terms that are mentioned often include nodes, proof of work, and incentive. As you know, proof of work is the mechanism, the way that Bitcoin works versus a proof of stake, and that is the process at which Bitcoin is mined. Number 8, 10 people are cited in the Bitcoin white paper. The most often cited are Stuart Haber and Scott Stornetta, who are acknowledged for introducing the concept of blockchain. Cool. Number 9, parts of the paper are no longer relevant. So much has changed over the years that the Bitcoin developers keep something of an official list of inconsistencies and inaccuracies of the Bitcoin white paper. It's just really cool to just watch this history unfold, as if you were there when, the U.S. Constitution was instated. All right. It's a pretty massive comparison, but you know what I mean? We get to be on the cutting edge of this movement, and I just think it's thrilling. It's my life. Number 10, the white paper is hosted on many websites around the world. Released under the MIT license, anyone can frequently share Satoshi's work, and the paper is now hosted on a variety of websites, including those owned by the U.S. government and financial giants. Yes. Number 11, the white paper is no longer available in the UK due to an unfortunate lawsuit by someone claiming to be Bitcoin's inventor. Residents of the United Kingdom can no longer access the document. Unfortunate. The The white paper was embedded on every Mac computer but was later removed. In a viral post from earlier this year, it was revealed someone had successfully hidden the Bitcoin white paper inside every copy of Mac OS shipped since 2017. It has since been removed by Apple. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Number 13, Twitter creator Jack Dorsey once called the white paper poetry. The comments underscore why Dorsey has committed Block to becoming a Bitcoin service company and why he believes Bitcoin will reduce the cost of transactions for millions around the world. Sorry, guys, let's jump right back down to where we were. Number 14, Kraken put the white paper on the F1 race car. The latest stunt that put Bitcoin white paper in the headlines was completed in March when crypto exchange firm Kraken put its full text on the nose cone of the Formula One racer it sponsors. So it sponsored the Formula One, the actual white paper. That's pretty freaking cool. Number 15 and final, the white paper has been cited over 4,000 times. According to Semantic Scholar, the Bitcoin white paper has been cited in over 4,000 academic papers. Doubtless that number will continue to rise as more people recognize and advance Satoshi's groundbreaking work. I mean, that's just really cool. You know, it's a really fun, amazing day. And this is all very exciting. And before we go on, I just wanted to pull up a definition of the Bitcoin white paper for those of you who aren't familiar with it. So the Bitcoin white paper was published in 2008 by Satoshi Nakamoto, so anonymous, Satoshi Nakamoto, and the pseudo anonymous of creator of Bitcoin. Titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, the paper introduced the concept blockchain technology and explained the basic structure of the Bitcoin network as a way for users to send funds directly to each other, peer-to-peer. The white paper began describing the weakness with the current electronic payments, such as high fees, lack of privacy, and proposed Bitcoin and blockchain technology as a solution. The wide-ranging paper encompasses many of the core concepts that still power the Bitcoin network today, including the proof-of-work mechanism, public-private keys, and simplified payment verification. So to break this all down, Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudo-anonymous founder of the creator of the white paper, saw a problem in the world and came up with a system where peers could interact directly with their peers without the use of a middleman or a bank, and they could be in full control of their money, and it would be efficient, fast, near instantaneous today, and effective. You have sovereignty over your money for the first time in human history, and that is a huge concept, and that's why today is so special. It is not Bitcoin's birthday, but it was when the white paper was released that would later lead to Bitcoin's birthday, which is on January 3rd, almost the same day I got married. Feels like fate. So moving right along, we just have more news on the white paper, as well as I'm going to get into the news from today that I cited earlier in the video. So Warren Buffett, this is just a testament to show, like how technology is demonized in the beginning and how it's accepted over time. And that's where we're at now. I mean, BlackRock is stepping in, and that does nothing for us. That doesn't change Bitcoin, but it validates it to the rest of the world. And this is how mass adoption happens. So Warren Buffett, this was in 2018. Warren Buffett says Bitcoin is probably rat poison squared. I don't know about you guys, but I read listened to thousands of hours of audiobooks, a lot of Warren Buffett's papers, and he is a smart man, and evidently, and his investing principles still apply to today, but his views of technology are antiquated. And I think he's coming to realize that now. And so he's coming around and he's saying here, Bitcoin is probably rat poison squared, a Ponzi scheme, all the stuff he said about it. And his right-hand man, Charlie Munger, says that in the meeting, in a private meeting, in Berkshire Hathaway's private meeting, said during the meeting that trading in cryptocurrencies is just dementia. So trading, maybe, but the actual concept of Bitcoin is incredible and it's life-changing and it's profound. So here we have Warren Buffett's crypto stock beats Apple and Amazon, but not Bitcoin. So, there are many ways to invest in Bitcoin, which is why the BlackRock ETF and all the ETFs to follow are going to be a big game changer because they give people a simple, easy way at the click of a button to buy Bitcoin. And at least it's a spot. So therefore, they have to back it 1-to-1 with the actual Bitcoin. And so Warren Buffett, as much as he believes that Bitcoin is rat poison, has invested in a crypto-friendly bank called Nubank. And he's now in $130 million in profit this year. Viewpoints might be starting to change. So The Oracle of Omaha purchased 107 million shares of New Holdings, a Brazil-based fintech company and owner of crypto-friendly New Bank via his firm Berkshire Hathaway. So they invested $500 million in New Holdings in June 2021 and raised its stakes by another $250 million in December 2021. So Warren Buffett is now starting to realize, even the OG himself, that this might be the future. It most definitely is the future. All of us believe that. That's why we're here today, learning about the Bitcoin white paper. Next up, we've got Thailand's second largest bank acquires local crypto exchange. So Asia is really ahead of the game, right? I spent 6 weeks in the Philippines this past summer, watching people. They need it in these countries. In the Philippines, there's so many people that interact with crypto, and it actually helps improve their quality of life. So here we have Thailand's second largest bank, Kazakhstan Bank, has announced today that it's acquiring 97% of shares in local crypto exchange through a subsidiary. The bank acquired the Stana Corporation crypto exchange and is expected to receive a rebrand upon finalization. Specifically, K-Bank has planned to change the name to Orbix Trade. So the bank is acquiring this exchange. The banks want to be in control. They don't want exchanges to take their business. So it's really interesting to see what's happening. Here, just in, Thailand's second largest bank acquires local crypto exchange. So this is big. Thailand, there's a lot of crypto going on in Thailand, a lot of communities there, and a lot of forms of payment in crypto as well. Next up, breaking news, Taiwan to recognize Bitcoin as legal tender, or at least they're in the works or trying to do so. So Taiwan proposes Crypto Act. Taiwan, a nation known for its technical innovation and progressive outlook, is taking significant strides as it concerns crypto regulation. Taiwan's legislative body formally proposed a draft Crypto Act for discussion. In this draft, if this draft is passed into law, it could take effect as soon as next year, ushering in a new era of regulatory clarity in the world of digital assets. So all of these countries are just light years ahead. And as the U.S. loses leadership because it's falling behind or doing so purposely or whatever the U.S. is doing in those shenanigans, the Asian countries and even Europe is stepping up and starting to make moves. So it's really exciting times. I just want to thank you, all of you who are new subscribers to my channel. And if you're a visitor here, please smash the like button, subscribe, because I am going to put in a lot of dedication to this channel now. And we are going to be upping our game in every way possible. And I want to give you guys as much value as I possibly can as someone who's been in this industry for a long time and who sees the things that happen behind the curtains. So I want to let you guys in, and I want to keep you updated and informed on all the latest and most important news and help you succeed in these markets. So thank you for being here today with me on this momentous day, the Bitcoin white paper release. And I hope you have a fantastic Halloween, and I'll see you tomorrow.